Yes, much respect, friends and family. How you feeling? It's Gary Dredd from the movement. Much love and respect to all my family, all my friends out there, for real. Hope you're holding firm. Hope you're staying positive, safe, and healthy. Everything, for real. Equal rights is justice. Treat everybody with respect, first and foremost. Well, it's good to be here today with everybody. Much respect to Rootfire every time. Big up Seth, Curtis, Reed, Foster. Um, Due to COVID, I'm unable to be around a drum set or at a studio or anything right now. And I'm just hanging in my living room and wanted to kind of, if you have any questions, I'll be looking at the comments and answer any questions. I just really want to connect with everybody, always want to keep spreading positive energy full time. I guess too, for all my drummers, musicians, everybody out there, I grabbed a couple of I dug in the vault, pulled out a bunch of vinyl. I kind of want to go through, give different styles of drumming, everything from dub to roots to dance hall. So I guess first and foremost, let me big up some people over here. Big up Devin Morrison. Big up family every time. Daniel Jean. Peace. Big up Backstage Music Lessons. Big up Kevin and the whole crew. Everybody giving lessons. Each one teach one. You know what I mean? For real. We always gotta, it's like you influence from something, you absorb it, and then you give it back to the world, and it's got to be a constant positive energy. Paul, big ups. Easy Kev. Big up the family, the little ones too. Big up. Yes, ease. Okay, Anthony Donofrio. Eyes red. Yes. We're gonna see another truck tour, or was that a limited run? Since all live music's been down, big up my brother Bada Scott. He's been doing a mobile sound system down here in Florida, and we've been running foundation rhythms. And I grew up loving reggae, and being a drummer too. I love starting to get into writing and chatting, so we would start doing, he would pull up at your house or any spot, and we just have an intimate little reggae session, but yeah, we're going to keep that going too, for real. Much love and respect. Everybody, big up Steve Pond, Dan Burr, blessed love, guys. Well, I want to get started too with just kind of going through things that have influenced me, in my life. I grew up playing drums with my good brother, Jay Smiles. We grew up in New Jersey, and we played in the Philly music scene. And at the era we were just surrounded by so much, amazing artists, musicians, creators. The scene was amazing, Big up my brother, Chuck Treese, too. He took us under his wing and, really helped guide us into the players we are now. Big up Dave Cardonic too, for real, brother for life, longtime friend. We just had a huge community of creators and artists and musicians that had such passion. And we Jay and I've been playing since we were 12 years old, and we used to play like little hardcore shows at churches, in Jersey, Philly, New York. We would, travel. And that's how we got exposure to playing in front of a lot of people. And, it never left us as we got older. Times, we all go through changes. Times change, people change, styles change. But your playing your love for music never changes, So we were grateful to keep playing, and we met the movement guys, Joshua Swain and Jordan Miller, around 2007, and then started playing in G Love Studio at a Philadelphonic out around Chinatown. And that's when we all got together around that era and started building the movement. And we were so blessed to be able to travel, and even keep playing now until this current time. But with the movement, and big up my movement brothers, Joshua Swain, Matt Goodwin, Jay Smiles, Love you guys to the fullness. We just, with our band, we want to combine all styles, everything that we've influenced off of, something that speaks to everybody, something that everybody can listen to, and just been very grateful, to be on that mission. But I could talk for hours, and I will, but I want to just start playing a couple things that have influenced me as a drummer, as a musician. Right off the bat, let's start out with some dub, right? Big up Augustus Pablo, Original Rockers. This album, I used to go to Philadelphia Exchange and a bunch of other Enforcer Records, Wagwan Records, big up Wagwan Records. Used to hit these shops up, when I was in my late teens, early 20s. And, I would put these, put the needle down and just be like, study these musicians. This record's got Augustus Pablo. It's got Carlton Barrett, Family Man, from the Wailers. Who else is on here too? Earl Chinna Smith. Whole heap of hard hitters, respect all the pioneers every time. But I just want to play a couple clips of things that influence, and then I'll get to some questions. Much respect, everybody who's tuned in. Blessed love every time. Original Rockers. Listen to these drums, Carlton Barrett, for real. We can go through some different styles since I don't have the drums here, but.
Watch out. This is a song called Rockers Dub. Songs with up.
Big up Jeremy Johnson. Jeremy. Big thanks, Jeremy. Thank you for this talk, brother. Much love and respect. Stay hydrated, people. For real. Water. Big up my brother Bernie. Jeez. Respect. Josh Zimmer. Love you, fam.
When this song starts to play,
Underground Arts. Yeah, that's where it was. Big up Anthony, Herbal Remedy crew. Rest in peace, JD. Big up my brother JD from Herbal Remedy. Much respect. Rest in power. Jennifer Scott, much love. Yeah. So big record. I just want to kind of go through a couple styles, I could go on and on, but just, dub music. It's like a meditation, for the people who love dub and know its worth. But people, if you're not familiar with dub reggae music, I used to collect records like crazy, and I would, as a musician, especially when you're young, you're like a sponge. Everything, I go to see live shows, go to record stores, you know what I mean? And just like absorb different feels. So dub music, as far as drums, it's all about the drum and bass, like your heartbeat, I've been given lessons on the road with Backstage music lessons, and much respect to all the students too, and anyone willing to have lessons soon. Would love to, meet with you, and hope we get a session soon. Hold firm and positive in these times, always. But I always recommend this record, and I gotta line this one up. This one, it's so heavy. And actually, this is the same one. I was 16 years old, and I got this Oswald, A New Chapter of Dub. That is probably one of my favorite record covers too, with His Majesty and the lions coming. Beautiful record. But drummers, musicians, lovers of reggae music, if you're not familiar with this record, it's one of my favorites. And as a drummer, even for the movement, big up Drummy Zeb, Brinsley Ford, the whole Oswald crew. I just influenced off of these styles a lot. Like the drumming is amazing. Let me just give you a little taste, all right? Big up Nick Federlin. Yeah, Kevin. Big up Kevin. Big up the whole Stick Figure crew. Peace. Big up Thomas, Igor, Ineffable crew. Big record. Big record. Please check this record out. Big record. It's on Spotify, everything, you know. Support your local record stores too, you know. Nothing's better than, you know, having it on wax, identifying with the music, you know. Because tons of musicians and artists, they put so much time into stuff, you know, and you really want to cherish it the right way, listen to it the right way, nice and warm, you know. Yeah, much respect, everybody. Want to keep going through some different styles. So that was that style was some, you know, dub reggae music, meditation music. Gonna dig into the vault a little bit too. I grew up in the Philadelphia music scene, and got a big up, you know, the Roots every time, for real, because Questlove was such a influence, you know, and just everything about the Roots just like reminds me of growing up, you know, and just being in Philly streets, skateboarding, you know, FDR, just, you know, Love Park area. But big up the Roots every time. Any kind of hip hop grooves, any drummers, make sure you check Questlove, you know, every time, for real. Producers like Jay Dilla too. Study those cats, you know what I mean? For real. Gotta big up the Bad Brains family, for real. This is a tough record. As a youth, you know, coming up, they spoke to me, you know, because I grew up loving rock and roll. I love jazz. I love hip hop. I love music. And they just, you know, putting punk and reggae together. I always thought that there's something mystical, because I don't like to put borders on anything we create, or just borders on anybody, period, you know, borders on my mentals. And I felt like they, as musicians, you know, they brought it together. Unity is strength. But this is a big record, for real. Big up HR, Daryl, Dr. No, Earl, Chuck Treese. Big up McRad too. But yeah, man, any hip hop grooves too. Tribe Called Quest, KRS. Listen to that kind of style if you want to learn some hip hop drumming. Dub, more dub over here. Got a couple records I want to go through, just to kind of show different styles. Let me see over here. Big up Mike Spalt. Much love, April. Kevin, big up the Reese brothers. Much love and respect. Hope you guys are staying positive and building, you know. Any artists, friends, creators, always remember, for real, like, only you can stop you from reaching your goals, you know. You have to have patience, passion, persistence, you know. And even when you first get on a bike, you're not going to be able to just get on that bike and ride it and jump hills and stuff. You gotta get your flow down. You gotta take time, harness your craft, you know. So anyone who wants to create something or be a musician or artist, you know, force yourself to do it, even if you're starting fresh. Nothing but time and energy, and you'll end up with something good. Trust me. Big up Lee Scratch Perry too. You know, tons and tons of works. Big producer. Work with Bob Marley and the Wailers. You know, so many. Max Romeo, could go on and on. For good root style playing, Toots and the Maytals. This record too hits like Pressure Drop, you know, and more. Funky Kingston, Time Will Tell. Big record. All drummers, all musicians, you know. Give this a listen all the way through, for real. Another group too, love these rhythms too, and amazing singers. Abyssinians, Israel Vibrations. I used to see them a bunch as a youth, and Israel Vibrations and Roots Radix. Um, they as a youth, you're still growing, and trying to figure things out, and seeing Israel Vibrations. I've seen Lucky Dubé, Mighty Diamond, Sugar Minot, so many. I could go on and on. Luciano, so many amazing, Sizzla, Turbulence, on and on and on. Buju, that would just uplift my spirits. And as a musician, I love all kinds of music, and something always brought me to reggae music. I can honestly say, probably when I was around 14 years old, my uncle gave me, and I still have the same record right here. My uncle gave me this record, and it changed my life. It's probably like 15, got into my house, and he's like, yo, put this on. But, changed my life for real. This record is amazing. And I remember even as a kid, my favorite song on it was Bad Card. But, friends and family, all musicians, I know, if you love reggae music, this is embedded in your heart too. But if you're not familiar with this record, just changed my life for real. Let me check. Much love, Deanna. One love, LBC. West Bedell, big ups. L Dub. Roselyn, yeah, Turbulence. Yeah. I see April here too. I grew up playing all styles of music too. Everything from hip hop. I used to play with a group called the New Age. Big up my brothers Trey Verse and C Sharp. We used to do hip hop style. Played with, me and Jay had an old band called Smiles Project. And when we were in high school, me, Jay, and his brother, and our brother Joe Croce, we used to have a band called Filament. When we were real young, we were playing metal, rock, playing 311 covers, Deftones, Sepultura, just, good times. Big up all my hometown family, for real. But yeah, Bob Marley, much love and respect to the Honor Rebel every time. And getting that record, I just went on and on to get all of them, just studying as a youth, and I remember, you could have a crazy week, you could have a crazy month, but you put these on and everything is fine, So speaking of the King of Reggae, let me play a feel real quick out of this record. I love this one, Survival. Much respect to the whole Wailers crew, Bob Marley, all the Marley family. But man, the playing on these records, I gotta give a little. Let's see what we put on here. You know what? I'm gonna have to play it right from start because this one is so fitting for what's going on right now. Let me give some shout outs to big up everybody. TJ McHugh. Favorite spot to TJ McHugh has a question. Favorite spot to grub out in Philly? That one's hard because there's a couple spots that have closed down since I've moved from Philly. I live out in Florida now. But when I come home to visit, man, I could go on and on. What's off the bat? There was a vegan cheesesteak spot called Whiz Kid that I went to that was pretty fire. That was really good. But there used to be a spot called Blackbird Vegan Cafe over in South Street. Growing up, there was a spot, Ethiopian spot called Abyssinia that's still around. That place is really good. Yeah, I could go on and on. There used to be an old, but yeah, Whiz Kid and New Harmony, which was like a little vegetarian Chinese food spot we used to love. Let me see. Okay, Anthony Donofrio, Undyhead. Thank you for always bringing the positivity. What do you do if your energy feels off before a performance or appearance? That's a great question. because not every day is a bed of roses, and even what we're getting thrown at us right now in this present time. But in the end, survival is everything, and being positive and the energy you put out to the world is everything. So I guess I remind myself before I go out, even if I'm not in a good mood or like dealing with something that's stressing me out, I know in my head that I have to still fight and put something positive into the air, because too much negativity and all that and just like falling into it, it'll put you out, so know that we're built to be solid as a rock and nothing can break us down, so just when you're feeling that kind of way, just push through, and that's why music's so healing too, because I could have stress going on, and the moment I start playing or see the happiness in my brothers and the happiness in people, I'm in like the best mood, Much respect. Big up Darren. Big up Isabel. Big up Stephen Pond. Ease. Brian King. Love from the 207. Bernie. Ease, guys. All right. Let me get back to much respect to Bob Marley, but I'm gonna play this track real quick and just listen to the drums. Listen to all the instruments on this one. This one's appropriate for what's going on right now.
Good one. So much traveling the world. So
much love, Eric Dunn.
Bless my eyes this morning.
Big up Anthony and the Herbal Remedy radio crew. Yeah, Matt. Big up Heritage family. Big up Horizon 2. Zach. Wolfram family. Paul Harvey. So this style of drumming too, for any younger drummers or anyone who's not familiar, that's a one drop drum feel. Hi-hats, and he's playing the rim shot. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One drop. And you can't see my bottom foot, but I'm hitting my right drum foot, for the kick drum. I'm hitting that with this hand, so I'm leaning into it. That's a one drop feel. Mighty. Just want to go through some of these. Much respect, Marino, for real. Yes. Hope everybody is safe and healthy and staying positive through these times, for real. Want to give a shout out to the Herbal Remedy radio crew. I've been DJing every Friday night at 8 to 10 Eastern time. So please tune in with me. I play everything from roots, lovers rock, dancehall. Just try to keep. You know what I mean? For real. Friday nights, we can't go out anywhere. So if you ever want to tune in, I'm always mentally pretending, not pretending, visioning that, there's tons of people and I DJ like we're at a spot. So you could be at your house, tune in and we can rock out together, I try to pay tribute to all the pioneers. Speaking of pioneers too, let me go through some, crucial all reggae lovers for real. This is a mighty record. Big up Peter Tosh, and I can't mention Bob and Peter without mentioning Bunny Wailer. This record too, if you're not familiar with this one, tough record for real. The drumming, the bass, everything. So big up the Wailers full. Got to go down the line. Burning Spear, I saw Burning Spear a bunch, as a youth coming up, saw him at Red Rocks when I was like 20 years old. And, you know, I ran all the way up to the top, you know, and I remember being like, yo, you know, feeling the music so hard and being like, yo, I hope I get to play here one time, you know? And I feel like when we played Big Up Slightly Stupid, you know, Iration, J Boog crew, we went on tour with them 2017, and you know, it was first time, you know, me and my movement brothers got to, you know, get the blessed time to play Red Rocks. And just I remember sitting there being like, you know, mentally, you know, I remember being a youth all the way up on the top there, and you know, so those are times too. You always have to count blessings and like have full determination that you can do anything you put your mind to. There's no time for negative energy or just, you know, self-doubt. You got to really put all that behind you, and that's why they say forwards ever, backwards never. You know, we don't have time to be low or in a bad mood. You know, got to uplift each other constantly, but got to keep it juggling. Black Uhuru too, for real. Big up Michael Rose, Junior Reed, Puma. These records were massive. You know, Sly and Robbie, all musicians, all bass players, drummers, you know, everybody, any reggae lovers, Sly and Robbie are the truth. You know, if you're looking to study and learn, you know, nice, real reggae rhythms, check Sly and Robbie, you know, every time. Big up to the pioneers. Scotty Allen, much love and respect. Deanna and Rich, much love. Yeah, good to see all the fam, for real. Yeah, Nick for Ika Mouse. Yes, Ease. Good to see all the people coming out. Thank you so much for tuning in, for real. Big up Rootfire. Big up everybody, for real. Someone, I read a question earlier today too. Someone wanted to know if I could show them how to play the golden beat for the movement record. And you know, I don't have a drum kit with me, but just so you have an understanding of that beat, the actual drum and bass kind of jungle style. Big up Danny Calb too, because we were sitting there, we had the whole golden record finished, and the last day of recording, we were like, okay, let's get experimental. Let's like come out of the box. Let's think of something, you know. And that's the beauty of music. Like, what are we gonna get? Where's it gonna go from here? Where, you know, you see how it starts and then it turns to here, and then. But long story short, that beat, it's the Amen break beat, and it's from 1969 track Amen Brother by the soul group The Winstons. It's a 7-second little like sample that was used for hip hop, jungle. I mean, if you look up that beat, Amen break beat, 7 seconds long, you know, played by Gregory Coleman out of the Winstons. So we were in the studio, Danny Calb and the movement guys, and we're sitting there. We're like, yeah, let's do a little drum and bass thing. Let's kind of almost like a UK and like mix it with like a UK drum and bass dancehall kind of vibe. And that's when Golden came about. And yeah, but if you want to listen, that beat, pretty much you listen to the Amen break beat, and it's that sped up, you know. I used the little 8-inch snare on that one too, so it was like super tight, sounded like a tennis ball or something. Big up Rick, Ease, Vanessa Matthews, much love. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Keep it moving. Want to explain some more styles too for percussion players. And you know, this is a big record too, and big up Ross Michael and the Sons of Negus for Nyabingi style meditation, like heartbeat music. This is you know, there's a ton too. Big up the Congos, you know, Itals meditations, but whatever you want to, you know, all the percussion players that want to try to, you know, jump in and play with their bands, you know, study from some of the pioneers. Good record. I'm going to get into it's actually one of my favorite reggae singers. Much love and respect to Dennis Brown, for real. if you love reggae music, you know Dennis Brown. But if you're not familiar with Dennis Brown, just catalog for days. One of my favorites, for real. You're feeling low or feeling some sort of way, put on some Dennis Brown and take all your troubles away. Trust me. Trust me. Much love, Paul Harvey. Yeah, hope to get back out to Santa Fe, I see, Charlottesville. Oh yes. Big up my boy Steve Pond. He's saying here, so I gotta just chat too, because it ties with just being alive first and foremost, but also being an artist or a drummer, musician, or anything. Your energy is everything. So I really feel that, you know, it's so important to take care of yourself. You got to look at yourself as a temple. And so long story short, you know, even me and all the movement guys, we try to stay as healthy as possible on the road, because if you don't, you'll fall apart. You know, energy is everything when you're performing. You got to be top shape. So I've been, you know, kind of trying to give people ideas of what I like to put together in the kitchen, and try to put together healthy stuff, you know, to put you in a good mood, wholesome foods, you know. But yeah, long story short, it'll be coming soon. It's called Breaking Bread with Gary Dredd. Yeah, ease. So soon come, soon come. Um, Kind of wanted to go through, give a couple more shout outs just for, you know, all the musicians, reggae lovers, Sugar Minot, for real, big tunes. One of my favorites too, big up Steel Pulse. You know, these records, they speak so loud and forever. And for all the drummers out there, for real, big up Grizz, you know, rest in power. But if you want to study a hard hitting, you know, massive drummer, you know, big respect. Study these records. They have so much more too. They're just amazing. Big up Steel Pulse forever. Same way too, like I said, Oswald. This record live and direct. Study this in and out. Big up the Oswald crew. Let's see. Another thing too, these are crucial records as far as musicians, singers. You know, if you're wanting to learn how to play reggae music, drums, bass, keys, guitar, just the general feel. And check these movies out too, for real, because I remember being a youth seeing these, and just gives you the picture of the time, you know, and just making the best out of hard times. And that's the beauty of music, because we all go through struggle, you know, but you got to remember life is great, you know, it should be cherished, should be lived to the fullest potential. So, you know, these, keep yourself lifted with good music, for real, friends and family. What else? Oh, question from Bernie Gonzalez. Much respect, family, longtime fam. What's your favorite personal song to perform? My favorite song to perform recently, I have to say, I've been loving to play Redwoods, which is one of the newer songs on our past record, Ways of the World. The feel of that is just mighty, and just like when we play it live, there's an energy that just gets me driving. You know, I'm drawn to, me personally as a drummer. I'm drawn to, there's a popular beat in reggae called a stepper. You know, where it's like your kick drum is going boom, 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 and you know what I mean. So, and then you're playing like 2 and 4 on the snare, like boom, boom, ka, boom, 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 ka, you know. And I always call that like drivey, you know. And Redwoods, I don't know, something about that tune, just, it was produced by T-Ray. Big up T-Ray, Tribal Seeds crew, and big up Ayaterra too. Love those brethren, for real. But something about that track, man, just even live, just, you know, even Matt Goodwin and I and Jay and, you know, Josh is singing, but Matt and Jay and I were like doing the stink face, you know, get you in a good mood. that's important every time. You know, it's like when you're writing music, you know, all my friends, family, musicians out there, when you're writing music, you know, it's for you for sure. But I always like to like feel like I'm playing it, you know, live. Like how do you feel to, you know, go live? You know, like, and I think that's when you kind of get that inner feeling like, yo, I love this. You know what I mean? Like it fills you with that feeling, you know? That feeling when you see like a good show and everybody's just like you look around and everybody's just connected to it, you know? Let me see. Yeah, big ups. What do we have here? Yeah, much respect. Much love to my sister Margie. Big respect to my dad. I have to give a big shout out to my parents. You know, for real, they were full support of, you know, Jay and I and all our hometown friends would come to the house and just play music so loud after school, and then they would flick the lights off, you know, when it's time to be done. And we, you know, we couldn't be any more grateful for letting us play. And Jay's parents too, Larry and Luis. You know, thank you from the bottom of our heart. Without you guys, Jay and I wouldn't have been able to make music together. So big respect, and love my family, all my friends here too. Just massive amounts of love continually. Um, yeah, big up Jack Sanford, Steel Pulse Chains, the way I listen to music. Same way, brother, for real. That drummer is amazing. Paul Harvey, is it possible to get a list of? Yeah, definitely. Question from Paul Harvey. Is it possible to get a list of all the vinyl you have shown us? Would love to look these up. I don't have on Discogs. True vinyl fan. Um, I do want to say I think there's a. It's been a while, but I remember getting records from a place called Selector's Choice online. I do believe they should be around, but if you're looking for good rhythms, and even if you put that in, I'm sure you'll get a bunch of links that'll, you know, Rhythm World too. I think there's one called, but they've got all their records on there. Um, yeah, much love. Question from Bernie Gonzalez. Is the drums the only instrument you play, or do you dabble with anything else, like the keys or anything like that? Um, so in the past couple of years, I've been writing, you know, as a singer, a chatter. You know, I love reggae, and I used to grow up seeing artists like Capleton, Sizzla, Buju, Turbulence, you know, Jacure, you know, listening, you know, Richie Spice. And just as a youth, you know, I always, you know, I absorbed all their music and their teachings, you know, and it was so uplifting. So we have so much time on the road, you know, it's like when I'm out with the movement, we perform, and then afterwards, you know, we've got hours after where we're all just together and hanging. And late nights, I just started writing a bunch, you know, and so I have been recording songs that I like to put out, you know, just for a good vibration. But speaking of, I'll be dropping a solo record soon with some really fun special guests on there that I love and appreciate. And I'll be dropping an EP with my brother Rick Hayes too at the end of the summer. So look out for that. Mixed by my brother Ian Young. Big up the Imperial Sound. Yeah, some nice special guests on that too. So stay tuned. I'm stoked for all my friends and family to check that out. Much love. Um, I always try to mess around with a little bit of bass, little key, you know. I actually want to buy more instruments and mess around more. Piano was my first instrument that I played as a kid, and then I went on to play drums. But I was lucky to grow up to always have a guitarist and a bassist around, and just, you know, Jay and I grew up since we were, you know, 12 years old. You know, so he was an amazing guitarist. He could play anything he puts his heart to. So, but yeah, good question. Much love. Um, Don Clark, do you miss us as much as we miss you? Of course. One of the best parts of going out to play live is connecting with people, and I always remember as a kid going to see shows, the energy it would give to me. Like even if it was a band that I would see that I never heard of, and then I fell in love that night, or just there's an energy that you get from being around people, and that's why it's so important that we come together. And I was having this thought the other day that it's almost it'd probably be good for us all to start learning other languages, because communication, education, understanding each other, knowing that we're all full of purpose and have worth. It's so important, to so I feel like if people would learn, other languages and work harder to be more, work better for better communication, I feel we'd have a really positive world, So just in general, everybody out there, just keep putting positive energy out, and you know, love is, love is the way. Love over hate every time, Big up Adam Wrong. Much love. Question from Scotty Allen. Who's a dream collaboration? Huh. You know what? I guess if it's going to be a dream, it's got to be a soldier who's not with us right now. So, with the movement, I would say dream collaboration. Scotty, you're throwing me in a loop, but I'm just gonna have to land on. Obviously, I would love to have Bob Marley on a song, but dream collaboration, I would love to have Dennis Brown on a tune. One of my favorite singers, and just I feel like if I was one of the, if we were working on the rhythm, I'd be like, oh, we got to get him to do like a nice By the River Lovers Rock, just heavy, heavy bass, But yeah, that would be the dream collaboration. What's this? Question from Bernie as well. On that note, what's a favorite and fun solo song you like to perform when you do? I guess one of my favorite solo songs to do is you know what? Actually, one of my songs, Free Up. Just the feel of it and the one drop rhythm. If you ever get a chance to check Free Up. Big ups, Bernie. A song from Anthony, or a question from Anthony. Do you miss playing the livest shit? We actually brought that song back into rotation on the end of the Ways of the World tour out in the West Coast, and we juggled it, a couple shows here and there. We're always trying to, the movement has such a amazing catalog, and even before Jay and I joined, On Your Feet and everything Josh and Jordan did together was just amazing from start. But yeah, we always try to, from old to new, just try to keep that whole catalog alive. And, so yeah, always expect old movement songs to pop up because, you gotta big up the foundation, Speaking of, big up Jordan Miller and DJ Wriggles too, foundation members. Big up Ross Bogan too, really helped the movement, and such a good brother. Big up all the movement fam for real. Real quick too, I'm seeing my I'm seeing my sister here too. I had to pull this out. So just back to I gotta give a big shout out to my father, Charles Jackson. Such a full supporter of me as a musician, and just was always, I know a lot of people who had it in their heart and didn't get full support, like sometimes it's hard when you're growing up, and you might be creative in this way, but people are pulling you to go this way. And I have to give him so much thanks for supporting me, and wanted to get to the history too. Even our family, there's so much music in the family. My father's a musician. loves jazz music. Even as a kid, I constantly hear jazz, and even during dinner time, just jazz is peaceful. And he would always say it's thinking man's music. So it's important to all musicians, all drummers, players of any instruments. Make sure you listen to a handful of jazz. Study the greats like Miles Davis, Charlie Parker, John Coltrane, Dizzy Gillespie, drummers like Buddy Rich, Lenny White, Billy Cobham, Jack DeJohnette, Max Roach. I mean, all players of instruments. Dig in, dig in. But I want to share something special too that I found when I was digging in the vault. This was my dad's brother, Calvin Jackson. This is a 7-inch that he did with Dave Brubeck. And, this is beyond special. My dad gave this to me, and it was one of those things, I just always have to hold on to. But music's been in the family for a long time, and, it's beautiful. Music is healing, keeps me on a higher vibration all the time. But my sister asks, tell me where to get your dad that ease hat, and I'll be there soon, and I'll bring it to you. I have one in the house for you. I'll bring it personally. Love you guys so much. Question from Jeremy Johnson. Big up once again, Jeremy, for real. Thanks for this awesome cup, for real. Stay hydrated. Question from Jeremy Johnson. Do you and the guys have a pre-show rituals you do? I gotta say, to kind of paint the picture of a normal day on tour, sometimes you'll have a whole night of just driving for hours. And then you get to about, you get to the venue maybe early or whatever, but then you load in around 11 or 12, most shows, and you're there all day and just set up everything. You try to squeeze in a little something to eat, make sure everything smells or sounds good, try to catch up with family. But I guess right before, we all like to get together around 15 minutes before the show, and just there's something so important about every band and every, like, a live show. You really need to be connected, and not only connected as a band, connected to the people. And so I feel like, that's important that we all get together and we become a strong link, and like, it's not just me anymore, and I like to say I and I, like it's the, not you and me, I and I, but that's kind of the vibe we get on, and we all, it's like almost like a sports game, you're like huddle up, we always tradition to shout out the city's name where we're at, and on a big vibration with that, when we do that and we send it up, that's just our way of trying to bless the area, so yeah, that's one of the pre-rituals. Tons of coconut water and just ITAL food too. Gotta stay proper, Big up the movement fam. Big up Jack Stanford. You made my birthday night, Ann Arbor, talking to me after the show. So bummed I didn't get picked, but much love, brother. Much love. Let's see. Let me move this down. Yeah, big ups, Adam. Yeah. So sweet. Want to move on to some other greats. Got to big up all my musicians too. Lucky Dube. I was blessed to see him 2 times in Philly. Rest in peace. Got in some protection. Such an amazing artist. Such a great record. Check Lucky Dube's catalog. Great songs. Great players of instruments. Definitely check some Lucky Dube. So I want to get into the, I'm a lover of music. I love a ton of styles. I wanted to bring some reggae feels, on this live stream, but I wanted, I went through some roots and some dub, but I want to also big up pioneers and any drummers, musicians too. If you want to learn more dance hall rhythms, new and foundation. Always any kind of genre style, always look back, check the pioneers, look to the foundation. But early settings of dancehall, big up King Jammies. I could go on and on. There's some, but rest in peace, Bobby Digital. But there's a ton of producers and old school dancehall rhythms. If you just dig in the catalogs, drummers, musicians, you'll learn top dance rhythms. But slang tang rhythm too. When the digital era came in, big rhythm. Changed the scene. And I like them all. I'm an organic musician, but I appreciate everything. Everything has, even if it's built with computers. I still consider it music. And energy that comes from a live human being. Love you, Margie. Yeah, big up, Craig. Much respect. Big up, Herbal Remedy crew. What's this one right here? Question from Bernie Gonzalez. What was something your dad would always have playing growing up? There's two songs I remember, and Dad, if you want to chime in, So What, Kinda Blue by Miles Davis. Love that song too. And Take Five by Dave Brubeck. I remember hearing that a bunch. But he would always have all the greats playing. But those were some. When I hear those now, I'm like, those are amazing songs. Let's see, Sean Starr, big ups, breaking bread right now. Ease. Big up Jordan Roberts. Yeah, the Roots. Big up the Roots. It was really cool too that actually the other day, growing up in the Philly area, I used to always go see the Roots picnic. I used to see the Roots all the time growing up too. Questlove, big influence. Big shout out to King Britt too. He used to host these live open jam sessions at Silk City, and just players would come in there and just hold a session. And I got to see Questlove play over there and just work his magic. So big up the Roots crew every time. Yeah, big up Steve Pond. Question by Steve Pond. I have to. What do you love? What do you love for more than cooked food, and what do you love more than raw food? I love all my friends and family. Ease. Much respect, brother. Bless. Yeah, but let me keep going too on some other greats too. Big up Junior Gong. Halfway Tree, Stony Hill. Welcome to Jamrock. Study those records. Big styles. Big up the Morgan Heritage family. For real. This is a tough record. Amazingly talented family. Big up the whole Morgan family. Study this record. All new musicians. All want to learn reggae music. Check some of the greats. One of my favorite for all the reggae singers. Check Barris Hammond, for real. One of the best. I always say, Sunday mornings, there's that vibe sometimes, like Sunday morning, you want to wake up and just put something peaceful on, remind yourself life is good and just, enjoy that day and continue that process, week to week. Barris Hammond, put some Sanchez, put some vibes on, Sunday morning. That's why always Barris will do you good. Speaking of, too, big up Luciano. I got to big up the Exterminator crew and family. There was an era in reggae, late 90s, early 2000s. I was drawn to a lot of it was a crew called Exterminator Crew. Big up, Fatis, Bobby Digital, Luciano, Sizzla, all that, they would touch these rhythms, and the rhythms just had some of them were digital rhythms, some were live, but the feel and the tempo and just to study how a rhythm can just breathe, you gotta check some of these records, you know, study some of those rhythms, you know, great for live. Got to big up the King of Fire, Capleton, big record. You want to learn dance hall rhythms, you know, check this heavy for real. Got to big up the General, my favorite in dance hall, Buju Banton. Songs on here to uplift your spirits. All musicians for real. Tough rhythms. Let me see. Catch up. LW question: what are favorite venues, cities to play at? Favorite venue. I mean, I could go on and on, but I love Red Rocks. Such a blessed, you know, just everybody's in the best mood. It's beautiful. Just, you know, this huge amphitheater engulfed in rocks. It's so beautiful. I love Janice Live out of St. Pete. Something about that place too. Just and the people, you know, big up all the friends and family out there. Just they're so supportive of music, and it just, you know, people, you know, are just in good spirits. There's a spot. We've been loving Missoula, Montana too. Just Montana, period. It's beautiful out there. The Top Hat out there, and I forget what the amphitheater was, but I forget the name of it. But beautiful out there. We have so much love for Seattle. You know, Denver, San Diego, LA, San Francisco. So much love for Texas, Boston, Baltimore, DC, Philly, New York, all the Carolinas. I mean, I could go on and on. Florida. I literally everywhere we play and go, they're amazing. But you know, just yeah, I could go on and on and on. Much love to everybody in every city, every state, for real, worldwide. Much love, Jessica. Nothing Like the Movement. Been listening since Myrtle Beach years ago. Thank you so much. Big up Benjamin Brosh. Much love. Yeah, much love, guys. Let me scroll down here a little bit. Bernie, another question from Bernie Gonzalez. Okay, back with another question. What's a new artist or band that you're feeling right now? Right off the bat, right off the bat, let me think of. I gotta just say, with even, you know, what I've been listening to right now, new band or artist. I'm trying to think. There's so many. Um, they're not new, but I gotta big up Ayaterra, because I remember we went on a tour with them and a couple years ago, and I was like, these guys, they sound so amazing, and they have such good energy, you know. And like, I remember being like, yo, I'm stoked to watch these guys grow. And they just dropped a new song too, produced by Stick Figure, called Outer Space. And I remember I gave that a listen the other day. You know, with quarantine and everybody kind of on a lock and things going down, it's, you know, been kind of, you know, it's like get to really study music. And I heard that song, I was like, oh, this is great, you know. So I'm stoked to see them, you know, putting good energy out. And so yeah, I got to big up Ayaterra. Another artist too that if you haven't heard, you know, I love his music, Bigaranx, Bigaranx, out of Paris, France. Big tunes. Yeah, big up Nicholas Pato, big up Pato Benton and family, big up Ross Trent, you know, yeah, Mad Lion, big ups. Yeah, Adam Bushman, big tunes. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Question from Craig Diorio. Big ups, Craig. Much love. Question: you and Jay Smiles are locked in on all of the movement tracks. Do you write the drum and bass lines together? Yes. Yeah, every time. Jay's actually a really amazing guitarist, and since we were kids, we had tons of bands, and I would be on drums, he would be on guitar, our brother Joe Croce would be on bass, and his brother would sing. So we would do that as kids and grow. And then we backed up our brother Mike Pinto years ago, around probably like 2006 or so. Our brother Chuck Treese was working on his record, and we were all in the Philly music scene. And I remember we practiced with him, and he's like, "Jay, you think you can jump on bass for a little bit?" And then we met the Movement guys. They're like, "We need a bass player." So Jay started playing bass like around that era and so forth. So yeah, when we're putting together a song, sometimes Josh will write lyrics first, and we build around there, or sometimes we'll put together a rhythm, or we'll think of something, and it all like, I feel like we always bring ideas to the studio, and it doesn't really click in and pattern and form till we're all like locked. We really like try to critique it to make sure it's not cliche or boring, and like we really want to kind of, you know what I mean, just like build something like a fusion of you know of energy and rhythm. So yeah, thank you for that question, Craig. Big up. Big up the Herbal Remedy Radio crew too. Like I said too, if you're just tuning in, I DJ every Friday 8 to 10 on Herbal Remedy Radio. If you ever need some good energy on a Friday night, I've been doing that recently. Big up Deanna. Thank you for the show, and Slow Brew. Beautiful out there too. Big up, is it Pismo Beach around there, I think? Beautiful, beautiful. We had a couple days off out there and had a good time by the beach. Oh, much love. Big up Nick Fertiline. The way you drum with such joy reminds me of Carter Buford. Big up Carter and Dave Matthews crew. Yeah, thank you, brother. He's an amazing drummer, Seriously. Big up Carter. Thank you. Yeah, you know how it is. Honestly, all my friends and family, once I start playing drums, I'm in another consciousness, just the rhythm took over. Just all of us just on a heartbeat, Beauty of music. The unity is, catch up with some of this feed. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Big up Josh Jensen. Thanks, brother. Jordan, big up Jordan. Yeah, big up Mike Love. Oh, here we go. Question from Stephen Knight Pond. Big up, brother. Had to say your full name. What is it like to open for Chronics in Philadelphia? That was amazing. And big up, really and truly, big up Wagwan Entertainment, my brother Delroy. For real, big ups. Big up my brother B Dot, C Sharp too, same way. I think it was around 2014 and 2015, right when everybody started hearing Chronic's name kind of come in rotation. I was blessed to be able to open for him in my hometown in Philly. And as an artist too, when I started to write and sing, every live performance you get fuels you, So I remember, that energy, like, I feel like I wrote like 20 songs after that. It's like, engaging with people, I've drummed so much, and then to come and sing, it's a whole different energy, So big up all the singers, musicians, who, like to voice out to the people and put goodness in the air, That's what I try to do as a writer. But yeah, that was massive to open for Chronics. Big vibes. Big up the Philly crew too. Big up Solomonic crew, Kenny Mees, Federation crew. Big up, Timmy Telly, everybody, all my hometown, Chuck Treese, Zeke, all the hometown crew. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Question from Benjamin Brosh. I love when you guys have an acoustic opener. Any chance of Devin Morrison from the Expanders opening for the Movement on an upcoming tour? Brother, I would love that, for real. Devin is one of the most amazing singers, and big up the Expanders family. And He's been playing with Long Beach Dub All Stars right now too. So check those works too. That would be amazing, and I really hope that we would be able to get that going. For real. It's going to be such a blessing when we are able to all gather. I feel like the energy is going to be extra, just charging. So I hope that comes. I hope that comes sooner than later. Big up, Devin. Much respect every time. Love the pot. Check out his reggae podcast too. Lot nice interviews and big respect for what they do too. To really show show the culture of reggae music. Blessed love. Big up, Robert Sullivan, Orlando here. Ease. Big ups, big ups. Big up, David Peterson. Yeah, Signal Fire Crew. Big up, Wilmington Reggae fam. Big up, Sound Destroyer too. Much respect, fam. Easy, Sully. Let's see. Let me catch up some of these questions. Much respect. Question from Rootfire. Much respect to Rootfire. Big respect to Seth, Curtis, Reed, Gray, whole team, everybody. Much respect. Question is, what's a piece of wisdom you wish you could have learned earlier on in your music career? Or what's some wisdom you would want to pass on to younger artists now? That's an amazing question. And I could do this all night talking about this. But after that question, I want to say stay hydrated, stay healthy, take care of yourself. Biggest wisdom, I guess I wish I could have learned earlier on. I was grateful to have a bunch of I want to say the discipline and the patience that comes with being a musician, because every player of instrument or any creator, it takes time for things. It's almost like growing a garden or you always have to wait for something good. So I think a big piece, I always tried to hold on to patience, but a big thing, and I want to answer the second part of the question, some of the wisdom to pass on to younger artists: be patient, be passionate, be persistent. Don't give up on anything. Don't get discouraged. You know what I mean? You really like being a new artist, being you're so fresh. You're still learning. We're all even musicians that are older, like nobody's fully figured out what they're doing or what craft they keep. It never ends. So you just have to like really embody that you have to constantly learn and never give up. Literally, people get discouraged. They work so hard, they put out an album, it doesn't get any play, or it doesn't, or no one's, they feel like people aren't checking it out, or you know what I mean? It's like, just keep putting things in the atmosphere. Keep, keep putting your energy out there. Connect with the right people. Another thing with connecting with the right people, make sure you don't connect with the wrong people. Your company is what you keep. So make sure your energy's right always. And once you start touring and traveling, your reputation is everything. So everybody you greet, from when you walk into a venue and you start talking to the crew that works there, the promoters, fans, period, people that are coming in to support you, any new artists too. You know what I mean? Be careful what you say on the mic. Be careful what you say to people. Be careful, just, you know what I mean? Just really have to connect with people and like open up, free up your mind a little bit and communicate properly, and just, keep a positive mental attitude, PMA every time. So yeah, a little wisdom rant, but seriously, it's important. Much love. Big up, Rootfire. Solar Studio. Much respect. Big up, Solar Studio. That's where I cut my first song as a singer. So big up, Jay Franklin, Solar Studios every time. Much respect. Big ups, guys. Jeez. Okay, here we question from Jordan Roberts. Favorite hobby besides music? one of my favorite hobbies since I was a kid. I always loved to draw. Um, yeah, I used to draw for hours as a kid. Love skateboarding. Jay and I grew up skateboarding. Just a whole bunch of my old Jersey Philly crew grew up skateboarding. Other hobbies too. I love to write now. Since I've been making my own music on the side, sometimes I just like I get this feeling, and I'll someone will send me a rhythm or an instrumental or some kind of idea will come to my head. So yeah, writing. Yeah, try to get out to as much nature as possible, free up the soul. Stay connected with nature always, for real. Um, Thanks for that question. Big ups. Um, yes, big up Daniel Brockman. Ease. Brian Nicholson. Big up. Natural photography framing. Big respect. Robert David Sullivan. Much love. Yeah, we were supposed to be on the road with Stick Figure, Iatera, and Collie right now. Um, things are going on, and I hope everybody's safe and healthy, and that we'll be able to gather again soon. But yeah, big ups to all them and their families. Big ups to you guys too, for real. Much love. Um, so I got another. What do we? Let's see. Here we go. Question from Wyatt Cheshire. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. What's up, G? Much respect. What's your earliest memory of hearing reggae music? For me, it was Action by Terror Fabulous and UB40 Baby I Love Your Way at an after school park. Yeah, that's awesome, brother. Big tunes, big tunes. My earliest memories of hearing reggae music, my father and my parents and I, we would go to my uncle Jose's house, and they were from St. Thomas, and every holiday, when I was that age, I was mainly listening to hip hop, um, and I remember, like Naughty by Nature, Tribe Called Quest, Daz Effects, like old, um, and I remember, yeah, like every holiday when we go to Uncle Jose's house, they'd have dance hall, roots playing, then we'd be out, everybody's barbecuing, the pool and everything. So as I got older and older, even like when I started skateboarding, listening to rock and roll, everything, reggae was always in my life. And then when I really, really embraced reggae and started to really fall in love, I was like, oh, you know what? They were having some serious parties. You know what I mean? Because now I'm like, now that I love it like I do, my uncle and my dad and everybody were just, rocking to the vibes. So yeah, those are my earliest memories. And the first couple of reggae groups that I saw as a youth, Israel Vibrations, would see them a ton. Culture, Burning Spear. Um, I could go on and on. Steel Pulse too, even as a youth, Lucky Dube. But yeah, and there was some chatters too, like Brigadier Jerry too, Charlie Chaplin, Josie Wales, seeing David Rodigan out of Philly, but yeah, Philly scene. I would go to New York too to see shows. Just so much amazing hip hop, rock and roll, reggae, go on and on. Nice question, Wyatt. Much respect. Question from Craig Diorio. Free Up is such a good album, as is all your solo work. Thank you, brother. Any plans in the future to do a solo tour? Um, that would be really fun. I've been mainly focusing touring with the movement, but and just kind of just making music to do. I do whenever I try to do after parties to shows, or and then I'll touch, I'll toast on the mic or try to build a vibe, wherever I can, even while we're on the road. So I try to set up shows around movement tours, and when we're off, I try to perform here in Florida. But yeah, anytime am able to do shows, I try to, 'cause I love the energy. Thank you, Craig. Big ups, fam. Ease. Big ups, family. For real. Much love all my friends and family, for real. Live the life you love the life you live every time. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're holding firm. Hope you're, staying strong in these times. Always. Just want to give so much love, for real. Um, let's see. Much love, David Peterson. Much love, Margie. She says, I'm an excellent chef. Yeah. Breaking bread with Gary Dredd coming soon. Here we go. Question from Bernie Gonzalez. How was it writing Break in the Glass and having Charlie Tuna on that track? That tune was amazing. It was produced by Ross Bogan, too, our brother, and we were like, I remember we were traveling on this Slightly Stupid tour. That's where we first met Charlie Tuna. And, I'd always been a big Jurassic 5 fan, just all of them. That whole crew was amazing, salutes to them. Seen them live a bunch, as a youth. And he's just one of the kindest, like, best kind of people, you know what I mean? It's like you hear it in his voice too. That's like, energy carries, and he carries such good energy. So we were so blessed and so excited to build that track. And, even now playing it live too, just 5, the crew. So yeah, that was awesome. Much love, Rachel Lopez. Big ups. Question from Daniel Brockman. Big ups, brother. Question for you. Who's one artist, dead or alive, you would want to collab with? I answered this earlier, and I said that I would love to collab with Dennis Brown, but I would love to collab with Sugar Minot too, or Gregory Isaacs, Peter Tosh, and alive. This is super random too, but I was always an Incubus fan as a kid, and I would love for us to do a collab with Brandon Boyd, from Incubus. I always loved his voice, and Incubus were just in my eyes, they were just such collaborators and like innovators, So I think that would be a fun mashup. Love to hear him and Josh together. Let's see. Yeah, big ups, guys. This is awesome. Much love. So good to be with everybody, for real. Like I said too, and I'll say over and over again, I hope everybody's doing well out there, staying positive. Let me see. Okay, I gotta answer this question. This is great. Question from my brother Steve Pond. What is your favorite memories on the road with Dave Cardonic? Big up my brother Diesel. Big up Dave Cardonic. I have so many memories with my brother Dave. Dave, Jay, and I, and Larry, who Jay's older brother, we call Schmitty, Chuck Treese. We had a crew, maybe around 15 years ago or so. Schmitty had a studio called Sand and Sun, and we used to always get together there. There was a skate park around the corner. We'd go record there, to maybe go to FDR, go get some. There was a little vegan spot around the corner. We used to go to. Just vibe was massive, but Dave, he's an engineer and sound man. Top works with. He's worked with us for years. Does stick figure sound. Done. Worked with so many groups too. All the bands know Dave Cardonic. Just soldier in the business. But our memories go way beyond where I could just pick one. But I gotta say, my favorite memories with my brother Dave Cardonic. Just skateboarding. Waking up, getting some. When I say ital food, it's a word. It's a way of saying natural. But we get some ital food. Just try to stay pure and clean on the road. Stay foundation rooted and grounded. But yeah, man, it's a blessing because we've known each other for so much years and got to travel, see the world. So big up my brother Dave Cardonic. Yes. Much love, Todd. Philly love. Big up everybody from Philly, a whole Philly massive for real. Um, so, question for my brother Anthony. Much respect, Herbal Remedy fam. What is your number one favorite go-to track of all time? That's a heavy question, to be honest. What is your number one favorite go-to track of all time? That's so hard to pick. But there, just to throw an anthem out into the air that when I hear it, it puts me in that like upful mindset and just the whole vibe of the song. Dennis Brown's song, "Here I Come." If you're not familiar with that tune, Dennis Brown, "Here I Come." I remember, for instance, I was at a dance hall in Philly, maybe like 16 years ago or so, and a big I remember, I think Kenny Mees from Federation was spinning spot, I think it was called the Walnut Room, nice dance hall on Sunday. I think actually I was there with some crew, big up Trey Burst, C Sharp, and a fight broke out, and music stopped, they cleared the fight, and then I believe it was Kenny Mees or somebody, said love and hate can never be friends. And that's the intro to that song. I just spun it, and it went from a big fight in the room, big fuss, to just like it didn't even happen. Love and hate can never be friends. Dennis Brown. Once the rhythm comes in, dance hall back. Everybody just back to dancing like nothing happened. So that's the healing of the music. But number one track, I gotta go with that anthem. Big tune. Need more love more than ever. Here I Come, Dennis Brown. Big up Todd, Miss Skating FDR too, brother. Try to get there every time I'm home. Chris, yo, big up my brother Chris Reagan. Big up Fear Nothing Band crew. To the heights, for real. Rooster Prowler, Chris, whole Mike, whole crew, Jay. Much respect, for real. Fear Nothing crew, good family, for real. If you're not familiar with any of their tunes, make sure you check Fear Nothing Band. Big vibes, Put all the goodness together. Big time family. Got some works coming through too with Chris, so look out for those. Much respect. Love you. Much love to your whole family, Chris. Blessed love. Ease. Big ups, Aunt. Yeah, Kev. Big up Kevin and his whole family. Much respect to Kevin Officer, for real, for making Backstage music lessons. It's been a blessing when we're on the road to, I never gave lessons until Kevin, approached me that, I would see him do it on the road. I'm like, it's such a great idea because, what we've learned, you got to give back, and that's the cycle of learning, and I didn't think that, I'd ever be able to give lessons, but it turned into be something natural. And, I was blessed to have all the students I've had and look forward to more, so much respect to Kevin, for putting this all together and getting, musicians all around a intimate, connection with players and learn from each other. So big ups. Let me look through here. Much respect, Bob V. Much respect. Big ups, brother. For real. Yo, so much good family. I'm so grateful for you tuning in. For real. Much love to all my friends and family. For real. Let me go through a couple more records too. Let me go through got a big up, as a youth I was a big Sizzla fan, for real. So like I was saying earlier with Exterminator era, and Sly and Robbie on here, Earl Chinna Smith. This album, Big Up Bobby Digital, Rest in Power. This is one of my favorites. The Real Thing. Gotta check this. You know what? For real, I did see Big Up Anthony from Herbal Remedy. He gave a shout out for the song, and just it's called the Queen Majesty rhythm. It's been used, for years, but Sizzla's version on it called Dry Cry. Big tune. For real. Here it is. Let me pull it up for you. And just drummers out there too, just listen to this one drop pocket for real. This is mighty. Pull it. There we go.
Dry cry.
One drop.
Even my heart cries, but who cares? Whose fault? No one but myself. Things do happen, words can't explain. They don't be human reasoning, joy mixed with pain. People would spend time just for us to separate. They don't want to see us reach nowhere. Oh,
much
girl,
love, Karen. Much love.
Why does it have to be this way? Can't tell you though, can't tell you to say. Just one of those days. Just one of those days.
So yeah, big up Sizzla. I was a big Sizzla fan coming up. Sizzla, Anthony B, Capleton, Luciano, could go on and on. Jock Cure, big up all the Warriors. Phantom Moja, Turbulence, Norris Man, could go on and on. Make sure when you're digging in the crates, check some of these names. Big up Warrior King. Positive artists. One of my favorites when I was like 19 years old or so. So there's big up all the family tuning in for real. Much love, guys. Big ups, Ant. That tune was for you, Aya. Question from Wyatt Cheshire again. I remember a fight breaking out at Janice Live during Fortunate Youth set in the middle of Friends and Family of all songs. Do you have a similar story from a movement show? Yeah, I've seen it a bunch, it's random because in my head I'm like, yo, where does this even stem from? But it's sometimes you could be in any environment and you just explode. I mean, some people sometimes people are like a ticking time bomb, and it's bound to happen wherever they go, but in the end, love will always prevail and always conquer, but yeah, no, we've seen certain shows where I see and this is me personally, when I see a fight break out, I stop the song completely. And we're heavy about this too, and like I'll stop immediately, Josh, everybody, we're like, yo, cut that out, settle that, get, because we got people coming to groove and dance, and what I mean, you got, with the style of music we like to play, our audience would like to reach out to everybody, like I want my parents to come, I want my kids to come, I want, what I mean, people of all ages, from all over the world, wherever, want to come for a oneness vibration. And when a fight breaks out like that, it's just like, you got to put it out immediately, So yeah, we've had certain situations, and when I see it, I don't want anybody getting hurt. I don't wish harm to anybody, period. So yeah, that's our style. We try to break that up immediately because, we don't promote any kind of war or hatred, for real. Love overall, every time. Much love to all the friends and family, for real. Good to, let's see, big ups. Oh yeah, question from Chris Reagan. I love this question, actually. Have you checked out the new Buju? Yo, friends and family, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a music lover, I'm a rhythm addict. I was waiting until it turned midnight, and I was up all night checking that first listen, tuned in with Buju. I've been a long time Buju fan, long time reggae dancehall fan, and he was always the king to me, hit for hit, and just grateful to see that, the trials and tribulations he went through, he came back to all his fans, all the people. He came back with that fire. That record is amazing. Buried Alive, Blessed, Lovely State of Mind. I dug in. I love that one. Big record. Much respect, Chris, for real. Question from Bernie Gonzalez. How big is your record collection? I've got some in storage, but what I have with me now is probably about 2 suitcases full. I tried to bring them out on the road when I know, if there's going to be a live session where I can bring my records, or sometimes too, if we see the tour and I'm like, oh yo, I know that night, so and so have the vinyl, the turntables out. I'm always trying to be ready. So yeah, uh, but yeah, I got a bunch of records for sure, and you know, as far as digital too, just load it up. um, Big ups everybody. Let's see. Let's see. Where is it? Let's see. Oh yeah, thanks for the tip there, Nick. Big ups. Yeah, I definitely got to take the plastic off the records for sure. Yeah, Kevin, big up G, stoked to have you at the first artist involved. Ease, yes, big ups for real. Yo, I'm so stoked. So stoked, man. Big ups to Backstage Music Lessons for real. Much respect, Kevin. I'm so proud of what you started, man. It's gonna keep growing. Big ups him. Tom Springer, yo, love you, brother. So much love to your whole family, for real. Love you more than words, for real. Thank you for your energy. Big up my brother Tom, through this whole musical journey. Childhood friend. We've known each other since way back. We used to, we grew up going to see hardcore shows. The hardcore scene where Jay and I grew up was, it was awesome. Bands, DIY style, setting up their own shows, doing their own promotions. You know, Everybody just starting a band and making something out of nothing. And there was so much. The scene was amazing. But yeah, we used to jam all the time and had different bands growing up. Went to go see shows. So big up, Tom. Much respect. Love you, fam. Um, yeah, big ups, guys. Jaden Wise, big up. Saw you in Chicago on February 1st. Loved it, man. Yo, Chicago was massive. That was such a good vibe. Big ups, Jaden. Yes. Much love, guys. Big ups, Jordan. Radical Pad. Thanks. Yeah, chilling in the living room. This is crazy. I'm normally, when I get to see friends and family or talk with you guys, I'm out and about. And so kind of cool to have you guys over at the house and relaxed. Gotta give big respect to my queen, Jessica, for real. She, this is all her doing. She's got the zen. She's always setting the right mood. Big ups. Um, let's see. Oh, Rose, question from Rosalind. Do you listen to Major Worries or Wailing Souls? Love Major Worries for real. Long time, dance hall head. Love Major Worries, and we've actually toured with Wailing Souls. Did a couple shows with them years ago, and big up Pipe and Bread, Wailing Souls. They've got so many hits. Water, Firehouse Rock. So many tunes. Amazing artists. Love them. So nice question. Thank you. Question from Bernie Gonzalez. Do you think of maybe doing a record of your solo stuff in the future? And if so, what would be the first one you would do? I would love to get my album Free Up printed on vinyl. But I have a new one that should be out in a couple months that I'm going to be releasing that I would love to press on vinyl too. That should be coming really soon. And another project that I'm dropping soon is called, I'm working on with my brother Rick Hayes. He's actually my neighbor. We're working on an EP with some special guests. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm stoked for that. So yeah, much respect, Bernie. Question from Jaden Weiss. Sorry if I'm saying your last name wrong. When do y'all think you'll tour again? Any idea? As of now, the tour we were supposed to be on this summer is scheduled for next summer. And it at first hearing it, a couple months ago, everything kind of came on all of us unexpectedly, and we're all all in this together and dealing with it together. Best thing is just, we all got to be safe and make sure we're, and things kind of happen in mysterious ways. It's, everybody's, able to spend quality family time, kind of, projects you never thought you'd really have time for, kind of a reset button, get yourself together, and sometimes, we all have to do that. You have to free your mind, pause for a second, reset, and keep it flowing. But yeah, hopefully it'll be soon. I look forward to that. Everybody stay safe and healthy. Yeah, big ups, Kara. Good times on the boat, for real. That was such good times. Thank you so much. If you're ever in DeLand, Florida, check them out, man. Kara Davison, they took us out on the boat. Such good times, for real. Hit them up, please. What's that? Jordan, much love. Hell yeah, I saw you guys February 29th at the ballroom. That was massive. Props to Jessica. Thank you. Peace. Let's see. Question from Kara Davison. When is that music video coming out for Orange Sky? As of now, I know that we have all the footage, but it should be coming pretty soon. I don't know the current state of it, but I don't just want to throw a little surprise out there too. We have another video coming really, really soon. The latest video is Alien on big up Johnny Cosmic and Collie Buds, Ineffable Records crew. We have a song called Alien on the Cali Roots rhythm. And there's a lyric video for that too, if you haven't checked it out. Big rhythm, love the tune. Thank you, Kara. Question from my brother Chris Reagan. Much love, Alana, for real. Miss you guys. So much love to the family. Her question, or Chris's question. My wife Alana wants to know if you have any pets. As of now, we don't have any pets, unfortunately. But it's kind of funny that you've asked this because my girl and I were actually looking up guinea pigs, like chinchillas and stuff. We're like, I love that. We were like looking at all these videos, we're like, oh, they're so cute. I love dogs. I love cats. I always grew up with pets, but I feel like a big reason why I haven't had one personally because I'm on the road a bunch, and I know that doesn't stop you from having a pet, but hopefully soon. Hopefully get a dog, or if we don't get a dog, guinea pig would be awesome. They're just so cute. I had them when I was a kid, so thanks, Chris. Much love. Stay hydrated. Drink water. For real. I'm in the sunshine state. It is burning hot down here. Much love, guys. For real. Let me look over here too. Just want to give a shout out to Yali Bird too. We did a herb strain with them too called Green Girl. Whole state of California, if you're at any dispensaries, make sure you check that one out, for real. Mighty vibes. Let me see. I want to give a shout out to Danny Calb, brother, an amazing, talented producer, musician. Helped us produce Golden. That was such a good session. That's something about the building of that album. We all really got to like dive into who we are as musicians and like kind of capture what we were really like visioning, and it was so big ups to him. Big up to Johnny Cosmic too for all the hard work with Ways of the World, big up Rootfire, Ineffable Records, whole team, everybody, big up Maxwell. Love you, brother, for real. My brother Maxwell, who's been capturing video, Global Entertainment, same way, just all the team, all artists, all musicians, all friends and family out there. Just, so grateful to be able to connect with you guys and, to keep creative and keep the juices flowing. It's important. And just a shout out to even younger artists. Like I said earlier, your reputation's everything. And like the way you greet people, the way you connect with people, your energy is everything. So just, you know what I mean? Just just be a good person, be yourself. You know, nothing will ever stop you from reaching your goals. Stay passionate, patient, and persistent every time. Let's see. All right. I wanna play a couple more feels. So I did play some roots earlier. Let me play because I love dance hall, and I want to play. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reach, since we were talking about Buju earlier. I'm gonna have to pull this one up. I'm not, thinking of a dance hall vibe. Let me pick. Okay, just for the drums, just so you can kind of learn. For all musicians who want to hear the dance hall kind of drum beat, let me get right here. Listen to the Buju Banton. Big tune though, big tune, but this one. Here we go. Alright, listen to drums for this. Raw drums. Hit it. That's your traditional dance hall, rhythm. Pretty much, the kick drum and the bass, boom, boom, ga, boom, boom, ga, boom, boom, ga, boom, boom, ga. And so another thing I want to embark on too, and sometimes when I give lessons and I'm trying to explain, so sometimes in a live reggae setting, there's different slang. So there's two ways that you can call a one drop. A one drop rhythm could be like I went earlier, where you're, the root style and your rim shot and your kick are on the 2 and 4. So when you're riding your hi-hat, it's like, that root style is a one drop. But sometimes if you have a reggae artist come up and they yell on a stage show vibe, sometimes you have a dance hall or a reggae artist come up and they yell one drop while you're playing the one drop. Sometimes, an artist, and then they'll chat over it. So to kind of explain that, everything, you'll start the one drop like, and then the artist will go, yo, one drop. And then it's, so that's and that's a way. The reason why they do it like that too, because it it adds to the excitement and the energy and the force of the singer rocking with the band, and also too it gives, so that way you're able to hear the vocalist nice and clear. And then so sometimes too that could be a call that's given from an artist to the band, holding the rhythm. And then another thing too that's popular is something called the mix. You know what I mean? You could go into that one drop and into a dance hall beat, and then maybe you'll be playing that dance hall beat, and then the artist go, mix me. And when he's calling for that, it's so say if I was doing a dance hall beat like boom, boom, ga, boom, boom, ga, boom, boom, ga, boom, boom, and they're like, mix me. I go boom, boom, ga, boom, boom, mix, bam, 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 bam. It's pretty much that same thing, but you crash everything, and you make sure the band hits with you too, with the drummer, and everything attacks like that. It just like elevates the stage show, gets everybody everybody start jumping, you know, and then they could bring it all the way up and then drop it back down to the mellow one drop. Other slangs too are, you know, whenever the artist, you know, calls rhythm, that means drums and bass fall out, and it's just keys and guitar holding the bubble, holding the, you know, and maybe the singer will sing, and then, you know, what I'm getting at is it's all about dynamics too, and, you know, keeping, if you're playing for a live audience, if you play the same thing all the way through, after a while you're just going to be like, you know, it kind of gets monotonous. So it's good to like add dynamics to everything you do, you know, especially live, because people want to be, you know, they're paying for entertainment too. They want to enjoy themselves. They want, you know, want to be part of the show. So as much as you can like really keep the stage show vibrant and full of change, you know, it doesn't keeps it from getting boring. Let's see. We got a much love, Brad Craft. Much love, brother. Miss you too. Question from Jordan Boxa. Sorry if I said your last name wrong. Much love, man. Great opportunity to interact with all the fans. Appreciate you doing this to the fullness. Thank you. Great shit. Good to hear from you. Have you guys, the band, thought about doing a live stream performance during all this? It's a great question. We would love to, and I don't know, you know, what, you know, I don't know as of now if we are going to do one. One of the things too, and it's kind of adds to the cool vibe of the movement. I'm living here in Florida. Josh is in South Carolina. Jay is up in Jersey, Philly area, and Matt is up in New York. So we're all scattered too, and it's kind of the blessing of like when we get together to write or record or rehearse, or, you know, when we're about to go out on the road. It's so awesome because we're literally like all coming together from different places, and you know, we love each other more than words, and it's the chemistry is awesome, and it's kind of crazy because we don't live near each other and we're miles away from each other, you know, after we're on the road for months, you know, living on top of each other, you know, but it's a connection that never leaves, and it's, you know, it's you know, more than words. But I'm not sure if we're gonna do a live stream anytime soon, but we are in the process of working on new music, and we do have a new single in the works coming that we're hoping to, you know, drop on this tour we were supposed to be on. But you know, we're still chopping away at distance to get this song to come to you, and I can't wait till you guys hear it because the song uplifts my soul for real. Big up Hook every time. Jay, Matt Goodwin, love you guys. Much love, David Rappaport. Much love. Bernie Gonzalez, yeah, big ups. Ease. Let's see. Much love. Let's see. Much love, Chica. Love you, Jess. Big ups, Nick. Big up Culture Shock too. Big up my brother Nick Repko, for real. Big ups, family. Big respect to all you do too, for real. Keep the vibes flowing, you know. Great music here in Florida, for real. Big up artists, friends, family, musicians, creators all over, worldwide, you know. I've been blessed to get to, you know, certain places, and I get to see your culture and your scenes, and it's awesome. Everybody's doing the same thing, you know, just trying to work for some, you know, work to build things all over, and it's a blessing to be able to connect with everybody, and more strength, more blessings to everybody, you know, for real, trying to do something good. Much respect, Edward, for real. Big thanks. Yeah, David Peterson, Kenneth Force, big up my brother, big time drumming, Kenneth Force, you know, from Signal Fire, long time fan. Actually, the first time we ever met, the Signal Fire boys and Kenneth, Jay and I's first show with the movement, was 2008 Halloween night in South Carolina. We played with them, and so from the start became family. Big respect. I could go on and on and on too, but just got to big up. There's so many drummers too. Like I could go on and on. But like Rhymo from Stupid, Les from Hot Rain, big up. Zeb from Tribal Seeds, Kev from Stick Figure, Bird from Soja, Chad from 311. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on. Asher from Expanders, Tanner from Ayaterra, just, Carlos. Keep going on and on and on, but for real, all my drummers out there, all my family, everybody, big respects for real. Could go on and on. Like I said, and we all learn from each other too. That's the beauty of all the musicians and bands we've toured with. At least in the scene that we play in, it's been a blessing. Like, we were on the road so much, and we really get to know each other as human beings and respect each other, learn from each other. And there's a vibe that you get that's more than words when, people from different parts come together and build and learn from each other. It only makes you a better musician. My father always said too, it's important to constantly be learning. You never master anything. So yeah, keep rehearsing, keep practicing, keep reaching higher. Maxwell, ease. I was bigging you up earlier, for real. Big up my brother Maxwell, for real. So proud of you, brother, and grateful for everything you do. So grateful to call you family. And big ups, the whole fam. Ease, brother. Let's see. Much love, everybody, for real. Thanks for tuning in. Let me think. Too. What do we have here? Let me just get another thing I wanted to touch up on. So being a vinyl collector and growing up, the Philly music scene as a kid, really helped me as far as being diverse and always keeping my mind open, and I always enjoyed fusion of like, you could put rock and roll with reggae, or you could do hip hop with rock, or you could, you know what I mean? And something special about that. But what I wanted to get to, I used to go to so many record stores growing up, and would always get 12 inches. But all my reggae lovers out there, you can all agree, it's nothing like a 45. You know what I mean? A one cut special, just something about, I would get these and just come home, put it on the turntable, and gotta play this special cut for real. This is a big tune, like big up Augustus Pablo, Rockers crew. This one's a special, one of my favorites, Jacob Miller. There's a dub. Yo, check this tune. Big players. Make sure I put 45. You ready? Big tune. Much love, friends and family.
Baby, I love you so, and this is what I really know. And if you should ever leave and go away, baby, I'll be slaving every day. Not a day I pray, love will come my way. Not a day I pray, love will come my way. Listen now. Not a day I pray that you won't stay out late. Baby, I love you so, and this is why I really do. And if you should ever leave and go away, I'll be saving every night and day. Oh, baby, I love you so, and I really know I love you so.
Big tune. Jacob Killer Miller, for real. Rest in power. But great singer, you know. Big up the whole Inner Circle crew. Check out old Inner Circle with Jacob Miller, for real. Rhythms for days. Check out old Gregory Isaacs too, you know, just study those rhythms, you know. He always had some of the best, you know. John Holt too, Hugh Mundell, old Alton Ellis too. I mean, dig in the crate, you know. Reggae music is so massive. The catalog goes for days and nights, you know. So literally, like, if you love reggae music, you know, you'll be happy forever, because literally you can't listen to it all in your lifetime, you know. So if you're ever feeling low or feeling down, you know, put on some tunes that'll uplift you, you know. Speaking of some uplifting tunes too, I just want to keep trying to, you know, pick up the pioneers and just, you know, play some old tunes. But gotta big up Gregory Isaacs, you know. And his tune on this, if you ever never seen this movie Rockers, go check it out. It's actually, the full movie's on YouTube too. Go watch it for free. Big songs, you know, big movie, you know. Big up, speaking of drummers too, Horsemouth, who's the main character on that. Big style. Any reggae drummers, check his style. He's massive. Sly Dunbar, you know, all reggae artists, musicians. You don't know, he's the wickedest, you know. But yeah, I wanna just spin a little Gregory Isaacs, you know, one of my favorite singers too. This tune is so heavy too, you know. I remember when I first heard this one, something about, you know, and it kind of goes with you know, times right now. It's called Slave Master, you know. And we got to burn slave masters to the ground, you know, for real. Free up every time. Seriously. Every man should be equal and free, you know, to live positive and enjoy themselves. So much love. If, you know, we'll do something too. Everybody who's out there right now, if you believe in love, just write love in the comments, you know, because we got to keep pushing it, whether digital or live, or, you know, digital or real life. Gary Dredd here in live and living colors, you know. So let me just play a little tune, play a little vibe. If you believe in love, put some love in the comments, for real. Much love and respect. Peace. Check this rhythm, for real. Check this style. Yeah. Big respect, guys. What's this question? Hear that rhythm? Big vibes, big vibes. It was Gregory Isaacs, Slave Master on the Rockers soundtrack. Big soundtrack. Check that, please. Question from Bernie Gonzalez. Big ups, fam. Thank you so much, for real. What was your first vinyl you got with your own money? Let me think about that. First vinyl I ever got with my own money, I mean, had to have been, so as a kid, my father and I, we would go to flea markets during the weekends, you know, and there was always kind of, you know, one man's trash is another man's treasure, you know, and there used to be these, you know, sometimes I go out there and there'd be boxes full of vinyl, you know, and to be honest, I think maybe one of my first on vinyl that I got was probably two. I remember being a kid and getting a Michael Jackson Off the Wall record, which is an amazing record. The playing on that is amazing. Musicians were, I mean, he always had top musicians, but you know, that was a great record. Off the Wall, just the playing, the whole vibe, soul, disco kind of vibe was, you know, kicking then. But that, and then what's the what is it? The Wish You Were Here, Pink Floyd record, and then Animals, Pink Floyd record too. I think, and actually Metallica's Master of Puppets record. I think I got those all around the same time. First CD I remember ever getting was Rage Against the Machine. So that was life changing. You know, I saw them when I was like 13 years old when Evil Empire came out, the Electric Factory in Philly, and changed my life immediately. I was probably like 12 or 13 years old. And, you know, seeing Rage Against the Machine changed my life. You know, I remember being in a band in high school, you know, play all their songs. And Zach De La Roca had an old band too called Inside Out, you know, and just thinking about that too, you know, what Rage Against the Machine we're talking about and stood for, you know, we've been fighting for years, you know, to get more justice in this world and to be better people, you know. So just try to stay as free as possible and you know, stay tight with your family and enjoy every second, you know, because we only get one. We're only here once, you know. Got to make the best of it. Big up Chad Morrison. What's up, brother? Met you at Bada, waiting for the next show. Love the mix of the cultures. Big ups, big ups. Yeah, I've been past couple weeks was doing big up my brother Bada Scott. He was doing a truck back tour, bringing a sound system, you know, like the old days too, you know, before the internet was big. The only way you would hear these artists or sounds is, you know, whether you go to a dance hall or you go to a party or, you know, or they would have like what Bada's doing, the speakers on the truck come through the town playing those tunes, you know, and that people would hear it and draw towards it. So much respect to Bada Scott. We've been doing some sessions, you know, here in Florida, and the vibes were up, you know. So hope to do that too when things start opening up, you know, with a bigger vibration. Yes. Let me see. Much love, Philip Navarro. Big ups. Big ups, Brad. Reagan Jones Navarro. Much respect. Much love, Ashley Wickline. One love. Much love, Margie. Love that you're here. Much love, Nicole Kerface. Sorry if I'm saying her last name wrong. Deanna Rich. Much love. So another good question from Bernie Gonzalez. Is the drums the first thing you hear on any track you hear? When I was a youth, that used to be my go-to. When I'd hear a record, there were two things for me, you know. Once I hear the vocals and the drums, sometimes there'd be a band I wouldn't really feel the vocals, but I would love the drums and I would learn from them. Like, oh, this is awesome. Or sometimes it could just be kind of basic pocket kind of groove, you know, where nothing really special is going on with the drums, but the singer is so amazing. It's like that band's job is to carry it, you know? So I guess it depends. Sometimes, you know, if it's complex, like, you know, crazy dynamic progressive style, drums are the first thing I'm glued to, but vocals would probably be the other one too, you know, because the moment you hear a good singer or someone who's speaking that really relates to you, you're just drawn, you know? So yeah, I think that's the answer to that one. Much love, much love. Yeah, big up Kevin. Peace. Much love, for real. Big ups. Big up my brother Anthony from Herbal Remedy. He's putting up here too. Just really want to, I don't want to say when people pass, I don't want to say that we've lost someone, because the universe is just gaining us. We come from the universe, we come from the divine, and I feel like we come here in this physical form, and then when we leave this realm, I don't believe that we are lost or gone. I feel like we are just, sent back. So that's why it's important to enjoy every second while we're here. But want to give a big shout out to our brother JD Rogers. Rest in power, stay mighty, for real. Best soul, and that's the biggest thing too about this is just our temple that carries the soul. So our souls will always live forever. So let that, sink into your soul and into your brains, and for real. Enjoy every second while you're here. Trust me. Big ups, Corey Mahoney. Much love. Yes. Just on that tip too. Every Friday, if you want to tune into I'll be DJing every Friday, 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time on herbalremedyradio.com. So check me if you want some good vibrations on a Friday night. For real, since we can't all be together in person. Much love, guys. Thank you so much, for real. It's been such a blessing to get on here and just to connect with everybody. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Big respect to Rootfire, More Than Words, Seth Curtis, Reed, Gray, all the fam. Big up Ineffable Records to Thomas, Igor, Kali, all the crew. Been so amazing to touch base with everybody, for real. And there's gonna be some new music coming from the movement real soon. Actually just want to got to big up Johnny Cosmic, because he's in the process of working on it too, and we're just really happy to share it with you guys. Josh, is my brother, but I love his writing, and every time our whole band, we get excited when he builds something. We're like, so look forward to that. Everybody, please enjoy your summer to the best. Try to retreat to nature. Try to pick up a new hobby. Try to, whatever it is that makes you happy, or something to just uplift your spirits. Just know that in these times, through any times, it's all about survival, and just hold yourself firm and strong. And you can overcome all obstacles, cross all borders. So yeah, so blessed to touch base with everybody. Let's see. Big up Rootfire Ease. Diane Jaquez, much love. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Another question from Bernie. Thanks for keeping me going, brother, for real. This question. So I know, coming from a dready, how old are your dreads, and what's a good wash? I've actually had locks since I was 13, but then I cut them around when I was 18, and then started growing them again, maybe around like 24 or so. So I'm 38 now, so it's been a couple years, but I try to use, I love shampoos with coconut or aloe vera. Jojoba oil is really good. Aloe vera is really good, just keep them moisturized, but try to air dry them as much as possible. You don't want to towel on them for too long. But yeah, try to, when you look in the ingredients, the less chemicals that are in there are always the best. But yeah, definitely. What Moroccan oil too. Keep them hydrated. Keep your locks clean, for real. It's a crown. Peace. Yes, much love. Big ups, Leah Smith. Much love. Blessings. David Rappaport. Much love, guys, for real. So I'm gonna wrap it up here soon, but You know what? I think I gotta leave us with a little anthem. So let me dig in the vault. Let me dig in the vault here. Want to leave you guys with a song, something strong, something to keep us lifted. Because I want to just keep reaching out and telling everybody to stay as positive as possible. Let me put on an anthem. Let me dig over here. Let's see. All right, yo, this actually I put this on last night. Yesterday, I forgot to mention. Yesterday was International Reggae Day, um, July 1st. And every day is International Reggae for Gary Dredd. For real. Love rhythms day and night. But I dug some of these out in the vault, to be able to share with friends and family and just things that have been influenced me, as a youth and as a musician. And I put this song on last night, and you know, just kind of it's really really suiting to what's going on right now in life. And it's an artist called Sugar Minot. Um, they would call. I remember they call him Sugar Booga. Big big artist. Rest in power. Big 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 artist. So many tunes. Go on and on and on. But I put this one on last night. I was just sitting there, and it's one of those kind of take me back to. I remember I bought this I think in Brooklyn. Big up all New York crew, Philly crew, DC, reggae crew, everybody, West Coast to all worldwide. But the song I'm about to play called "Rough Old Life," and in the chorus he said, "Babylon tried to mash up my life, Babylon tried to mash up my life," and as much as all down pressers or anybody who is wicked in heart, or has a bad, just kind of bad vibration, they're going to try to push that on you. And it's important to always stay lifted and don't let anybody break you down. Gotta be solid as a rock. So we've been going through the struggle for years, people worldwide, but got to put this tune on, big up Sugar Minot every time. Listen to the rhythm too, like, rhythm is golden. Chilling in the living room, guys. For real, it's good to be with everybody. Much love and guidance and protection. Big ups, Josh, Zimmer, much love. Glenn Allen. Starvation, tribulation, trying to keep a dreadlock sound. What a rough old life. It's our time. It's our time. We live in a rough old life. Life, like a dry and a empty well, making up human end. What a rough old life. Every day things get harder and harder. We live in a rough old life. A rough old life. We live in a rough old life. Oh, what a rough old life. Stay hydrated, man. Babylon, nobody mash up my life. 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 Oh, what a rough. Oh, what a tough. Oh, life. Every night. Yeah, big tune, big rhythm. So It's so amazing to connect with everybody for real. And thanks for everybody for tuning in for real. Much love, respect, guidance to the fullness for real. Always, PMA, positive mental attitude every time for real. So hold the heights. It's a chant that I always say, hold the heights. Live your best life. Be the best you can be, for real. Don't let anything get you down. Stay solid and firm. Reach your goals. Conquer all obstacles. Live the life you love the life you live for real. Look out for a new song from the movement, coming real soon. It's in the works. We're really stoked about that. I'm actually dropping a new song tomorrow called Faith with a video coming soon too on Reggaeville. Look out for that coming up. Dropping a new EP with my brother Rick Hayes coming real soon with some special guests. Hope you guys, get to tune into that. And then I'm dropping a solo record real soon that I've been working on with some really, really awesome guests. We got Bobby Hustle, big up Skillinja. Dropped a couple singles from it, but I got a couple amazing artists who I really look up to. Big up Perfect Ginnamani, big up my brother DJ Nuggies, Loud City Crew, Justin Kastner. Big respect for real. Thanks, friends and family. Just want to give a shout out to my movement brothers, Josh, Jay, Matt Goodwin. Love you guys so much. Reed Foster, Rootfire crew. Big up to everybody tuned in now, bands we've toured with, festivals, promoters, everybody who, we've come in contact with, and even who we haven't come in contact with, that are doing all they can to make music happen and, keep this cycle of goodness going. So much respect from the top and bottom of my heart. So yeah, thank you guys more than words for tuning in. Forwards ever, backwards never. I want to leave you guys too with just like I said even earlier, all the newer musicians. Don't get discouraged. Hold firm. Keep doing everything. Just work hard for things. Have passion, patience, persistence, and I just want to leave everybody with this saying too. Music is a mission, not a competition. So do what you do because you love it. Be who you are. Don't let anybody tell you anything else. All right? Yo, much respect. It's Gary Dread, Fire Red, tuning in. Rootfire TV. Much respect, everybody. So much love goes out worldwide. Everybody, just keep putting love in the air. Be a better world. Blessed love. Much love. Peace.